Okay, today's mastery quiz for geometry is mastery quiz number 4. What we're doing here is trying to write equations for geometric diagrams. We've been talking about lots of different relationships between angles and how angles relate with triangles and linear pairs and all that. So today we want to talk about how do we set up these equations when we see these different geometric shapes. Question number 1 is asking us to set up but do not solve. So those of you who are afraid of a little algebra, you don't have to solve these, just set up the equation. Set up an equation to determine the value of x in the diagram. So take a peek at the diagram there. Looks like we have a linear pair, and we know that two angles that form a linear pair are supplementary, which means they add up to 180 degrees. So my equation for problem number 1 here is simply going to be the 2x minus 15. We're going to add to it 5x minus 106. And together those two angles equal 180. If you want to put parentheses around each one of those, you certainly can. You do not have to, because that equation would be the same with or without the parentheses. So that's the linear pair. Linear pairs add up to 180. They're supplementary. Question number 2. Set this equation up. Well, look at the diagram, and you need to identify that those two angles that we see are called vertical angles, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. So angle number 1 there, or the top angle, 15x, looks like it's minus 81. That should equal the angle underneath there, which would be 9x plus 3. And that's all you have to do again is set up the equation. You do not have to solve. Vertical angles are congruent, they equal each other. Question number 3. Looking at this diagram, you have a triangle, but you only know two angles in the interior of the triangle, and you know an exterior angle. We learned that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So that exterior angle over here, there's your exterior angle, that 10x, that needs to be the same as or equal to the two interior angles, which are these two right here. So 10x has to equal 2x plus 20 plus 3x plus 25. It's called the exterior angle theorem. And question 4. Looking at this diagram, again, we're setting up but do not solving the equation. You have a triangle, and we know the triangle sum theorem that says that all three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to pick out each one of those angles. I'm going to start with 2x plus 9 plus 4x plus 1 plus 7x minus 90. All three of those angles together equal 180 degrees, and we are good as gold. All right, again, do not have to solve, just setting them up. Some key topics there regarding equations and our geometry. Hopefully that helps you out. Good luck on your next mastery quiz.